Good people do not need laws to tell them how to act responsibly, while bad people will find a way around the laws. Plato.
So, this is what my soiree has been interrupted for. Dealing with a brute. Dealing with a criminal. There's not much of you, is there? I'm very disappointed, no. Very upset. I was having a wonderful evening with 3 beautiful peasants, and then one of my men approaches me mid-coitus and suggests that they have captured one of Locksley's depressing men. Well, I promptly finished and made my way down to meet you. However, I am disappointed to see that you're not a face I recognize. Perhaps you recognize mine. That's right. I am the Sheriff of Nottingham. It is my sole responsibility to ensure the safety, the prosperity, and the well-being of the people. Locksley and his band of depraved men are causing problems throughout Sherwood, throughout Nottingham. So, naturally, it is my priority to deal with Locksley and his ruffians. Now, you have been implicated as one of his ruffians, and so you are going to tell me everything I want to know about Robyn of Locksley. Do you understand? Protesting and denying knowledge of your evident involvement in the crimes perpetrated and perpetuated by this wanted criminal will only serve to incriminate you further. Do you understand? What I mean is, if you deny your involvement with Robyn and his idiotic men, it will only serve to implicate you more. Alas, if you protest and continue to do so, I will be left little recourse but to retrieve the information that I require. Allow me to demonstrate. You see this rather sharp, pointy thing? You wouldn't want it to get anywhere near your eye, would you? No. And what about this? What if I were to gouge out your eye with a spoon? That wouldn't feel very nice either, would it? So you're left with a choice. Either I can do all manner of horrible, horrible things to you in order to elicit information that I know you already have. Or you can simply tell me now, and we can be on our merry, merry way to capture those merry, merry men. What say you? Most unfortunate. Never mind. Let me try something to jog your memory a little bit. Try this. Very gently. There we go. Now, don't speak yet. This goes through skin, leather, you name it. And I'm just going to place it ever so gently in your head to hit the scalp. Hurts, doesn't it? Yes. Well, did it help bring everything to the surface? No. Well, that's disappointing. Very disappointing. No. I'm not a monster. I'm a man. And you are a criminal. Criminals aren't holistically bad people. Truly, they start out good. They make mistakes. Yes. Oh, I apologize. I appear to have plucked one of your hairs out of your ear. A criminal who does not recognize that they are a criminal is a special case, and there's, as such, a special place in the dungeon for them. There we go. This is a bit too relaxing. Locksley thinks that he is a good man. He thinks that he is stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. What he doesn't seem to realize is that all the money that he is stealing from the rich is taxed, and taxation is where we pay for services and goods that are put back into the community. So when Locksley says that he is stealing from the rich to give to the poor, what in actual fact he is doing is stealing from the rich money which would go to the poor. Essential services such as orphanages, apothecaries, markets, farms, sweat tax, council tax, doomsday tax. Taxes are how civilization works. It's how civilized society functions. Without taxes, there is chaos. So when your friend Robyn Locksley steals from the rich, he is stealing from the coffers of the poor, the destitute, the most vulnerable people in the kingdom. King John, King Richard, any monarch would not stand for such civil disobedience. It not only reflects badly on His Majesty, but it reflects badly on England. They'll end up comparing us to the bloody Celts, and, well, I've heard rumours that they eat their own young. And so, if you wish for us to be continually compared to savages, barbarians like the Celts, there we go, then by all means continue to rob from the pockets of the poorest people in the country. Or you help me to better understand where Locksley is hiding, and then his merry men can go about their merry way into prison. Give me your hand for a moment, dear. Your hand, give it to me. This will only hurt for a moment. Your other hand. Thank you. Nails. Peculiar things. Often thought that we don't need them, but then how would we scratch someone else's back? I've been teasing you with this. Spoon. Simple spoon. To scoop. Scoop. Scoop out your eyes. To scoop. To scoop. To scoop out your eyes. Well, I don't think that I'm particularly getting through to you, otherwise you would probably helped me by now. Let's try something I like to call the Gossiping Goose. Got to wrap this belt around your throat. That's it. Ever so gently. I'm going to pull it. There we go. And that makes one gasp for air and honk like one of those annoying creatures. Where's Loxley? Where's Loxley? Where in Sherwood Forest are they? You're lucky, you're pretty, otherwise I'd be concentrating on some less concealed areas. Your lack of cooperation is frustrating. And if it's frustrating to me, it will be frustrating to the king. So, one last time. Where's Loxley? Where's Loxley? Where's Loxley? What's the point? You ruffians are all the same. Criminals, naysayers, murderers, thieves. You don't often realize that the ones you are trying to save are the ones who you are hurting the most. You should think carefully about your allegiances. You should think carefully about why you trust these men, if you do indeed know them at all. For if you question just one action of theirs, then that means that you should question every single action of theirs, even if you don't know where he is, even if you don't know who he is. I have a sneaky suspicion that you soon will. And when you do, I'll find you. Now, I'm tired. You've worn me out. I need a drink. You wait here. Enjoy the scenery. And I'll see you first thing in the morning. Sleep bad.
Lythe and listen, everyone, that be of freeborn blood. I shall tell you of a good yeoman. His name was Robyn Hode. The Geste of Robyn Hode. Ah, you're back with us. Good. You had me worried there for a second. Yeah, you sort of zoned out for a bit. Yeah. How are you feeling? Ah, good. Do you know where you are? Your noggin took a little bit more of a flogging than I thought. Yes, you're in Sherwood Forest. Nottingham? Who am I? Why, I'm the brave fellow who rescued you. Well, I say me, I must admit there were a few others involved. Quite a lot of others actually, and if I'm honest, they did do most of the heavy lifting when it came to the actual rough and tumble, but I was there also, definitely. But I guess, in summary, this is a land that is infected with the most vile disease known to mankind. Greed. And in these parts, where kindness of spirit is punished by those in power, we have a famine of justice. We also have a famine of food as well, but let's park that issue for now, I think, because it is rather complicated. It's to do with logistics, economics, socioeconomic politics, and that's not something we can really resolve here. I'm more than happy to talk more about it. Yes, and we'll cover some sort of high-level bullet points on it, I guess. But, yes, where was I? Oh, that's right, yes. Greed. And how do we satiate this righteous and profound greed? Simple. With a smile. A kind word. A polite request. And some cold steel as a rather convincing companion to the entire exchange. Oh, no. Think of it not as theft. Think of it more as charity. Yes. Those of the more fortunate, the haves, giving those to the less fortunate, the have-nots. Yes. We just nudge them in the right direction. Rather insistently, I might add. Yes, indeed. This is a time when the good and the pure congregate at the cemetery, and they are rarely in a talkative mood. Meanwhile, the doers of evil, the declarers of moral bankruptcy, the breakers of laws, and the makers of trouble walk free. And so it was elementary for me to conclude that since our sheriff saw fit to furnish you with a ropen necklace, that you are a person of good, solid, moral character and turpitude. And so, by means of an introduction, let me just say I am Robyn of Locksley, who, for some inexplicable reason, am somewhat famed for my hurt. I hate wearing that thing, it messes my hair up dreadfully. Anyway, I digress. Let me take a look at you. You are looking rather peaky. Yes. Well... Yes, Lythe. Follow my finger. I suppose. How many fingers am I holding? Yes, good. And now. Perfect. Finally. Now. Well, you seem to be responding correctly. I'm sure you're fine. I'm sure you're fine. It was a rather daunting experience, wasn't it? Yes. Oh, of course, yes. King John. Don't even get me started on King John. I could talk about the man for hours. King John is a liar. King John is a thief. King John has the audacity to call us thieves. Even the way he goes on, he is a sexist. He uses his position of power to enrich himself and that of his family. He purchases gaudy baubles whilst the peasants of England starve. And these are his finer qualities. King John, cursed with a lying heart, while our own true Lionheart is thousands of miles away. I must admit, if I'm completely honest, I did find King Richard somewhat problematic, but I guess some of his policies were somewhat controversial. It had crossed my mind to do some sort of peaceful protest against the man, but yes, in comparison to our current situation, he is somewhat a feast to the famine. Indeed, yes. King John. Ha! He's almost as bad as the sheriff himself. Oh yes. Did you see that, did you? Of course you saw it, you were there. And the shot. Of course the shot. As that arrow gracefully flew through the air in a most remarkable arc, and then just snipped that rope and you fell to the ground. Rather last minute. I do apologise for that. We did have some prior engagements. But since you're going back to the camp, full disclosure, that wasn't actually me who took that shot. That was that was Wilma Scarlet. She is rather a dead-eye with a bow. Yeah, such is the skill of our merry band. Yes, they are filled to the brim with talent. In fact, if anything, I imagine, because Wilma has to hide, obviously, to make it a little bit more convincing, the fact that I'm taking that shot probably makes it a lot more difficult for her, if anything. But what say you? Would you consider joining us? Would you consider being one of the people who goes down in history as fixing capitalism in feudal England forever? Forever fixed, never to be broken again. Just think of it. They'll write books and make plays about us, where they portray us with English and French actors, with 100% historical accuracy. They'll name alehouses after us, and carefully crafted artisan beers. And they'll raise their glasses, and they will say, 3 cheers to Robyn Hode. Oh, and of course his merry band. Of course. Let us not forget those people. No, yes, of course. I'm more than happy to. I love talking about it. We have our own manifesto, so to speak, of the things that we wish to change. And quite simply, they're threefold. Did you know the top 20% of England own more than the bottom 50%? It will never get worse than that. And so, one of our aims is to remove this rather ridiculous ratio of rich to poor. Indeed. The redistribution of wealth, if you will. I mean, right now we do it on a somewhat small scale, stealing from the rich and giving it to the poor. It is rather a sort of cottage-like industry. But the idea is to be able to push this principle to more, across to the world, starting with England and then everywhere. So yes, to remove this injustice of the imbalance of wealth. Then, I guess our second our second would be, how often do people find themselves sick or unwell in this world? I suggest we have free healthcare and access to any apothecary or herbist that one wishes for all, without any expected recompense. No deductibles, no nonsense like that, no forms to fill out. It should be regarded as a right, a human right. I know that is a rather controversial view, but I feel it's a rather important one. And finally, of course, we should have... What is the third one? Let me think. Oh, of course. Again, we talk of the peasants starving. We talk of the hard work going unrewarded. And so I suggest England should have a minimum wage for all its peasants. 15 groats per hour. And maybe, as well, some paid leave. So people should be allowed to, once or twice, take a day off in a per year. Yeah. Yes. So those 3 somewhat simple aims. So what say you? Would you consider joining us? Honestly, I'm really... I'm somewhat concerned. Still very peaky. Hold your hand out like this. Okay. Yes. Oh, we've got about, I don't know, 30, 40 probably members, I imagine, right now. But we're definitely building up speed. We are really pushing forward with our recruitment program. Of course, the wanted posters really, really do help. There's no such thing as bad advertising, is there? So, yes. So we will definitely grow, and I really do hope that we can add you to our ranks, most certainly. Oh, yes, of course. I'm more than happy to give you somewhat of a very quick précis of some of the more important chaps. Firstly, of course, we have Little John. Now that man is a giant of stature, and filled with strength and bravery in equal measure. I apologize in advance for the somewhat inelegant use of irony. Yes, our merry band are definitely more swordsmiths than they are wordsmiths. This you'll come to discover. Who else do we have? Let me think. Of course, well, you've already heard of Wilmot Scarlet, the most magnificent shot with a bow I've ever seen. She's also extremely handy with a dagger. Not someone to be crossed lightly, that is for sure. She's also not somebody to be crossed heavily, if I'm honest, but who else do we have? How could I forget? Our own Friar. Friar Tuck. Now there is a man who keeps our ale barrels as filled as he keeps our souls. Cast from the church for sin. Is it a sin to live one's life to the full and drink of that cup that is life? Is it a sin to bring mirth and merriment wherever you go? And is it a sin to steal and commit act of fraud and theft? Because if it is, then who of us were without sin? And let he without sin cast the first stone. Yeah. And I think that's it, actually. Of course, the wonderful, miraculous, marvellous, often mercurial, magnificent Maid Marian. The rest you will meet in time, and of course, yeah. The rest you shall meet in time. Yes, we are at less than an hour, I would say. Do you have any specific questions for me? You are looking... Yes, you are looking rather peaky. Sorry, I mean, I've checked all the usual places. I've checked your knees for arrows. And I've checked your head for bashing. Ah, the back. It's always the last place you look. My true religion is kindness. Tenzin Gyatso, the 14th Dalai Lama. My dear Marian, hello? Are you there? Ah, there you are. Might I say you're looking rather enchanting this evening?
Flattery from you can mean only one thing, Robyn. What trouble have you gotten yourself into this time?
Trouble? Me? When have I ever started any trouble?
Oh, trouble finds you, Robyn. Wherever you go. You are a ghost taken human form.
Well, I do have one slight issue that is rather troubling. We'll have to be rather hushed, as it's in there. I happened across a kind-hearted pilgrim, a person of great moral character, in need of your remarkable skills.
Again? It is always the same story. I'm guessing this is your fault?
Technically. Well, Are we taking into account the predeterministic nature of our intrinsic being, the ultimate first event, triggering every other like a cosmic line of dominoes, an unyielding current that it would be futile to swim against?
So that's a yes. I mean, for goodness sake, Robyn, did you even cover your tracks back to the camp? I bet you've been filling their head with nonsense about the bow of feudalism being oiled by the blood of the walker.
The plight of the common folk must be highlighted to the highest height from the ground up. A grassroots revolution?
Anyway, what are we to do with this situation we ourselves in? Do we really want yet another stranger added to our ranks? And do they even want to live the life of an outlaw?
Well, let's put it to the vote, shall we? Let's see what our good Friar and Wilma have to say about this.
Oh, they say yes to everything, but fine. Anyway, away with you. I need to help yet another stray of yours.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks awfully.
Well, tell me, what happened to you? Jesus, you went through a rough time, didn't you? No doubt Nottingham and his squads have shown you their legendary hospitality. Robyn checked you over, you say? Good Lord, that means I must have a look at you. Let's see here what they've done to you. Let me see your face first. Your cheek. It's only scratches here. Your neck. Oh, did he use a belt? Oh, what a monster. Your left arm. Let me see. And in the back. Let me have a look at your head too. We never know what kind of wound may hide under this hair. Yes, Robyn is a good man, but sometimes I just wonder where the heck he left his common sense. I suppose this is what makes him rather endearing. The other side. Alright, no need to worry about this. Well, I will clean your wounds first, then I'll see what else can be done for you. We've got good remedies and medicines here in the camp, and I am no stranger to mending wounds, so I shall be able to get you on your feet. Here we go. Let's start with your face on this side. Does it hurt? Good. Your neck. Hold still. Give me your arm. This one was made by an arrow, no doubt. The other. Let's check your fingers. Let me see. Okay, it's not so bad. And in the back, just here on your shoulder. That looks better already. Now I'm going to prepare an ointment that should do the trick for most of your wounds. And then I will cover up the area with bandages to keep it in place. All you have to do is to hold still and try to relax. here we go. This may sting a little bit. Let's start on your cheek. And then, yeah. And maybe just here as well. And in the back. Here we go. Does it hurt? No? Good. And finally, maybe on this finger. Seems good to me. Now just let me wrap some bandages. Okay, so do you have enough? 1, 2, 4, and 5. Here we go. So, Robyn told you you meet our merry fellows. Great. Yes, they will give you some food. And if you meet Friar Tuck, well, no doubt you'll get more than just food. Okay, next one here. Promise me that you won't be too merry. I know they can get carried away into the night. And I don't want to see you back here because your head hurts. And you need to think clearly if you want to meet Wilma Scarlet. She's not fond of reckless people. Yeah. It's not too tight. And one last in the back. And that's done. How do you feel? Now I also have an herbal powder that will boost your energy. You are looking a little worn down. How does that sound to you? I will just have to dilute it so you can drink it. It has a slightly bitter taste. Do you prefer water or wine? Yes. It was part of some note from one of Robyn's weds, along with many other precious things. It's pretty, isn't it? It's probably from Nottingham himself. This man is rotten to the core, but surely he has some taste for beautiful things and fine wines. Now let's prepare your drink. There, open your mouth. Is it good? Yes, I know, not that much. Again. Oh, wait. There. Here we are. It will take some time before you can feel the effect of the powder. In the meantime, I'll put you in the hands of some trustworthy people. Do you think you can get up? Awesome. Let's make a few steps outside together and meet the others. Here we go. One foot and the other. Great. Great. Mind the step. Here we are. Let's go.
Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food. Hippocrates.
Ooh, hello there. Oh, you must be, I know who you are, yes. Now come over here, yes. Sit down, yes. Who has sent thee my way? Oh, Lady Marian, yes. Lovely woman. Oh, yes, of course.
Yes, you're the right place. You do look terrible if you don't mind me saying. It's probably because you've been so poorly treated. Yes, where were you exactly? They arrested you. I heard about it. Yes, everyone's talked. They talk about it. Rescued from. Oh, no. From the sheriff himself. Oh, terrible. Oh, shh. No, don't speak so loud. We don't want to wake our brave leader. No. Yes, he just went for a small nap in the afternoon. Very common from him. Yes, you know, Robyn. Yeah, he's a busy man. You know, rescuing people and stealing from the rich and all of those things, they do take a lot of the energy. Yes, well, he's gonna feel way better once I serve him supper. Yes, there's food here. Oh, he gives you energy right away. You're gonna know. You will know. Oh, it's almost ready. Let me take a look at this. You do look like you haven't eaten anything for weeks. I suppose so. Don't worry. Well, Lady Marion is very clever. She sent you here exactly at the right time. You see, I'm almost done preparing supper. Are you a fan of, let me see, where are them? So we're here somewhere. Here we go. Potatoes. You can do almost anything with them if you know how to cook them properly to give them the taste. Yes, the right ingredients will make your potato. Well, there you go. Yeah, I had to cut it in small pieces, but that will do as well. No worries. Let me just stir it up. So, tell me about yourself. Oh, no need to remember the terrible days you spent as a prisoner of the sheriff. No, tell me about yourself. Yes, we are all very curious about here, you know. Yes, I have a carrot as well. Shouldn't be playing around with it. Could fall in the supper the same way the potato did, but yeah. Really? And why would you want to join the merry men? I see. Well, I suppose it's possible, yes. I suppose it's possible. They must be judging now what to do with you. Yes. What to do with you? Yes. Well, you already spoken to some of the most important figures in our... Yes, but there's still some people you have to see. In the end, they will come to a conclusion if you can or cannot be one of us. Oh, I wouldn't worry about what happens if they don't choose for you to stay. No. You seem a little nervous. No. Well, of course, if you're not to stay with us, it would be a little dangerous to let you out there You could tell where we are. Yes, we wouldn't want them to know our location. So some precautions would be necessary, but I think you're fine. Tell me about yourself. Yes, if you tell me enough, I can give a good word. Yes, from my opinion to the others. Yes. Well, you do look like you need something to calm your nerves, so shh. Don't talk about this to anyone. I have a little something special here. No. Shh. No. We shouldn't speak too loud about this. It's a little secret bottle I have here. Why is it secret? Well, it's a more refined one. And to be honest, I don't think the other man and woman would really appreciate it properly, you know? They don't know the difference between a poorly brewed beer and, you know, something more refined. But I feel a little generous today. Yes, after all, your destiny is uncertain. We don't know if you're gonna be with us here tomorrow, or if you know, leave this life for a better one. No, calm down. Let's just, yes, let me pour a little bit for you. Yeah, that's enough. That's enough for now. Yes. Well, if you want a little bit more later on, and your nerves are still not calm, I can share it with you. Well, shh, don't tell anyone about this. Now, where are the other things that we must... Over here? Well, I have to finish this, right? And serve you a good meal. You must be terribly hungry. Oh. Yes. Oh. Let me just taste it. Delicious. Yes, delicious. Well, let me give you in a plate. Let me just grab here and yes. Very good. Very warm and delicious supper. Go on, yes, eat. Oh, you love it, yes. What was that? Oh, you like it? Oh, okay, for a second you did a little face in there. Yeah, a weird face. I thought you like it. Oh, great. Yes, great. Very happy you enjoy my meal. It's gonna make you strong again. Yes, you'll be strong in no time. Yes, all everyone needs is a good meal and a good something to drink. Yes, and we have that in here. I'm in charge of keeping all the merry men with their bellies happy. Yes. Well, I'm proud to think I do a good job. Yes. Well, back to you. Well, yes, back to you. Tell me something about why is it that... Let me just get a little bit of this for me. So you do you really think that you could be one of us? Do you think you have what it takes? Yes, to steal from the rich to give to the poor. Are you brave enough for such service? Shh. No, don't tell anyone. Yeah. Well, I can see in your eyes that you're a brave one. Well, you did survive the company of the sheriff, yes. And if you do really want to stay so much, well, the next one you're going to need to talk with, it's Lady Scarlet, yes. Oh, she must be over there somewhere, in the woods. Yes, I do know, yes. Yes, it's all woods, yes. Yes, sorry, all woods. Well, those woods over there, yes, you can see there's a little path that goes to a kind of a very small river that goes, yes, it just flows through the trees. Lovely place, you're gonna find her in there, and yes, you can tell her that you just visit me, and well, she'll be a judge, you know, about yours, if you have the skills and if you have the heart necessary to be one of us. So I do advise you to not lie. Yes, don't try to lie to her. No, it won't work. No, she'll see right through you. Just be honest. Speak your heart. Yes. 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 Now, wow, you. You have your belly full now. I can already see you look much more healthy, yes. Yes, it's almost magical stuff, yes. Yeah, well, all of the power of the potatoes, I guess. The power of the potatoes. Well, you can go now, yes. Go your way now, yes. Go speak to her. And be honest. Yes, don't worry, I don't know much about you. Yes, you're not much of a talker, are you? Yes, but I can see in your eyes, and I can see by your good taste in food. Yes, since you like my supper, I can see you are a good person. Yes, well, off you go. Go. I'm just gonna finish here and serve the others. Yes. Off you go.
When I give food to the poor, they call me a saint. When I ask why they are poor, they call me a communist. Archbishop Helder Kamara.
Yes. This is it. Here we are. Well, I wanted to bring you here. It's my personal favorite spot in all of Sherwood Forest. Yes, it's a little spot. This serene, peaceful, surrounded by the stream, nature. I often come here to collect my thoughts and rest up before the next journey. So, now I know you've had quite the ordeal, but I must say You are looking better than before when we rescued you from the cold, ruthless grip of Sheriff Nottingham. He's nothing but a heartless tyrant who hides behind his false sense of authority. Just a mere puppet for King John. Well, they are vile, despicable creatures sitting on top of a throne of corruption and cruelty. But you are looking better. Where did you come from? Oh, Friar Tuck. He's such a jovial, lovely character, isn't he? Did he cook you up something nice? He's got a way with potatoes that I can't even begin to comprehend, but yes, he's quite skilled in that department. Well, it seems that he fed you, built you up real nice. You were looking rather ill, sickly, after what that terrible sheriff did to you. And besides Friar Tuck, did you meet anyone else in our merry band? Ah, the maid Marian. Yes, what a delightful, magnificent woman she is. I often turn to her in times of need. Well, I'm glad that you were able to meet some of our lovely, lovely members of our merry band. So, that leads us to the matter of things. Why I brought you here today. Well, Robyn of Luxley informed me that you wish to join our merry band. Yes. And he seems to speak quite highly of you. And with good reason I stand to follow his word. He's a very noble, wise, brave leader of our band, but, well, I need not speak ill words of him by any means. But I will say that if you're looking to get any answers from him, do not by any means at all, put anything shiny in front of him. As I'm sure you may have noticed, he can't help but to get caught up in his own reflection. Yes, well, he does seem to have been afflicted with a slight bit of vanity, but I don't think it's his fault. He doesn't appear to realize what he's doing, but you could say it's quite comical. But anyhow, that's besides the point. Now, tell me, what have you? What do you mean to bring to our group? What do you have to offer in the form of skill set? How is your swordmanship? Now, I don't wish to boast. However, as Luxley, I'm sure, told you, You could say that my swordsmanship is impeccable, but I do not wish to boast, of course. Now, how about you show me what you're made of? Go on. I'm going to entrust you with my newest sword here. Isn't she a beauty? Yes, actually, I made this myself. You can add it to my list of skills. But look at this fine details. This swirling movement of the brass and the finest quality of metals. I put love and care into everything I create. Yes. Alright, now I'm going to entrust you with my precious sword. So, here you are. Be very gentle. Okay, now, let's see. Go on. Show me what you've got. Oh, alright, well, hey, go easy now. Yes, just relax and get to know the sword. Become one with the sword. Okay? Trust in the sword, and the sword shall trust in you. This is the true art of swordsmanship. Now, only a few masters of it like myself know this, but I'm willing to share a few secrets, given you choose to join our merry little band. Alright, now, there you go. Okay, good. Let me see what you've got. How can you hold up in a battle? Right. I see. Yes. Just like that, yes. Feel the rhythm. Feel the rhythm of the sword. Okay. Very good. I see that there is some potential here. Yes. You will have to follow my lead, I'm sure, for a while, but we'll get you there. Yes, we will. Alright. Now, I would like you to return my sword to me at once. Thank you. My precious one. Okay. Well, I know you're tired, as am I, and we shall rest soon. But I just want to hear. Why is it that you feel want to choose this noble and honorable and courageous position of joining us? Are you passionate? Do you wish to steal from the rich and give to the poor? The masses are people who have been suffering for too long under the tyrannical throne of King John and his despicable followers. What in your life caused you to choose this rightful path to become an outlaw, as they call us, but we all know who the true criminals are. So go on, tell me. Yes. Go on. I see. All right. All right. That's quite enough. I believe you. I believe that you truly are here for the right intentions. And I will give the word to Luxley. I will give the word to Robyn and Luxley that you shall be our newest addition. Yes. So, now, we must gather strength. So, take a seat here by this stream and just let the sounds of nature soothe you. You must find a moment of peace. So, rest up, have a drink from the stream, and then we'll be on our way shortly. All right.
And so the brave traveller joined Robyn and his merry band. Many adventures awaited them, and they never ceased in their quest to restore equality to the land. It just so happened, as a convenient side effect, that they had a lot of fun doing it too. The sheriff was relentless in his quest to bring these noble outlaws to justice. He did manage to get within a sword's length a few times, but never succeeded. But what of true justice across the land? Was the balance between the poor and rich restored to a kinder state? Were the laws applied more equally? These things are never solved by a few humble friends, slowly chipping away at an insurmountable task. But their efforts were not to be measured by such a yardstick. Their place was to serve as a rallying call that echoed throughout history. A single pure idea, and ideas are immortal.